Welcome back to the next segment of the training series with RLC Design. So here we are, and we're looking at basically nothing. This is a installation of the RLC Design demo website at WP Engine. And when you first install WordPress with any hosting provider, you're going to have basically a blank website to work with. So we need to start creating something in this website in order to put content together and start showcasing our business. So the first part of any build out with us, after you've gone through discovery with us, is to create the location for your website. As I said, we use WP Engine, and that's for a series of reasons, including security and backups. They really do a great job. But one of the first things we add to a new website is Clef two-factor authentication. On my mobile phone, I have the Clef app. So what's really cool is I can log into my website by holding my mobile phone up to the Clef app and syncing the website together with my mobile phone. So it's a great security feature, and we do include it on all website builds that we do for our clients. Now, when we start in working with any website, we like to have two tabs open. See demo. There we go. Just so that we can actually see the impact of what we do when we start updating things and building. So I like to have an editing window, and I like to have a previewing window. Now, if you're new to WordPress, we've logged into WordPress, and this is what the dashboard looks like. So many people think of WordPress as just a blogging tool, but it's so much more than that. It's a content management system. So the website, what you see online, is actually a display of a database. So WordPress created an awesome overlay to a database that generates your final website look. And we won't go way down the road of databases, but just know that your website is actually pulling from a database to put all of its components together, and the WordPress content management system wraps it all up and actually outputs some pretty awesome website designs. So looking at our dashboard for the first time, this might be very overwhelming to you. There's only a couple of things that we use regularly when we're actually building a website. And that is normally posts. Those are blog posts or news items. And pages. The pages are the pages you see on your website. So when we look at RLC Design's website, I'm just waiting for that to pull up. We've got this main page. So this front page is exactly that, a page. Each of our drop-downs, about, client sites, tailor-made, web development, and the drop-downs that go along with it, those are all pages. Our posts are our news items, our blogs. So when we write a new post, they go into our news items. And then people can come in and read the latest updates from our business. So the biggest items that you're going to be concerned with when you're working on your own website that was developed by RLC Design is posts and pages. Maybe even portfolios if you're an artist who's doing a series of portfolio pages for your potential customers to visit. Now, what are all the extra toys in here? We've got a media management library, so when you upload photos, audio, or video, they're stored in your media library. Comments, if you allow for people to comment on your blog posts, new comments will be held for moderation in here. Appearance is where we can alter the look and feel of the website very quickly with the customizer that's provided by ThemeCo and the X theme. Plugins are the extra little toys and add-ons that you can add to a site. So we're going to talk about plugins in a more advanced training lesson. Just know that with WordPress, there are plugins out there for almost everything. If you want to add a weather application to your website to show your potential guests the weather in the area, that's probably going to be in a plugin. If you want to add commerce to your website, that's probably going to be in a plugin. If you would like to add fancy sidebars or fancy sliders or even streaming video through the website, most likely that's going to be a plugin. When we build your site, we have a pre-selected group of plugins that we like to use, and we will add them in, and we'll discuss the primary plugins that we use on every build. And just so you know, Clef, that two-factor authentication that I used to sign in with my iPhone, that's a plugin as well. Users is where you can add users to manage your website. So you can add people who are able to edit posts and edit pages or give them administrative privileges. And when we build a site with you, we actually collect the usernames and email addresses from you and set the users up, and your users will be provided with this training video series as well. In tools, basically, we never use much of anything. Under settings, we do a couple of things under general and reading, and we're going to talk about that in the next segment. Slider Revolution is the cool slideshow that we have on many websites. If we go back to the main RLC Design, this right here is a slider built with Slider Revolution. And we will be talking about that in depth in a much later segment, because that's one of the fancier components, and that is not crucial to your website's visibility. It's just a fun add-on. Same can be said with Essential Grid. That is another plugin tool that we use for sites doing e-commerce regularly. We're going to spend several segments talking about Essential Grid as well. So, in our next section, we are going to talk about initial setup of the website on WordPress. So we're going to go through settings very quickly for several important items, and then you're never going to really use those again. So the next segment is going to be a quick administrative tutorial, and then we're going to dive into actually bringing this blank website to life. So once again, here we are with very little to show for ourselves. This certainly isn't going to draw any customers in to visit us, but when we're done with this training series, we're going to have a very nice looking website that we can tie together with multiple social media outlets.